Y'all have waited, man. This is it, man. This is by far the most exciting episode of the Private Club podcast. Listen, so we're going. Well, no, I don't want to waste any time whatsoever because we got a lot to cover today, man. A lot to cover, and not a lot of time to cover it. So let's just go ahead and get started, man. Let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, just go. Hey, you know what a website is. All right, we do the same thing every time. Y'all know the website. Y'all know the YouTube. Y'all know the Twitter. Right? Continue to support us on all of our platforms. It definitely matters, bro. It absolutely matters. But yeah, hey, let's keep sliding. Hey, I wanted y'all to know we've made some changes, right? On our committee board. As of right now, there's 4 of us. So we recently added Wet. Y'all give Wet a shout out, man. And Fed, man. I know he's a free agent right now ever since Elite Brand just dropped. But I just kind of wanted to give both of them a shout out, man, because it really does matter how they've helped us recover over the last 6 days. They deserve all the credit in the world. Like, bro, like it has been hell and high water. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Just trying to get the league caught back up, man. And to be quite frank, I know a lot of people are frustrated with how far we fell behind, but hear me out. Help is on the way. All right, I don't want to give it away because we about to make the big announcement now, but I'm telling y'all, help is on the way. But if anybody is still interested in, in helping at this level, man, we definitely need a director of personnel management. That we need badly, but we need more statisticians as well. So if anybody wants to help, man, come on, let's do this, man. Let's do it for the league. All right. Now, the Private Club Thought of the Week. All right, the Private Club Thought of the Week. If your voice is high, only a few people will hear. All right. If your voice is high, only a few people will hear. But if your thought is high, your thought, if you're a big thinker, if you're an innovator, if you have a big imagination, I promise you, many people will listen, right? Many people will listen. Here again, that goes to everyone at every level, right? Even all the way down to the GMs, right? Team captains, listen, like be a big thinker, leverage that emotional intelligence required to really garner the troops, right? Give them something to follow when you expect them to follow them, right? And that matters, right? That comes from a place of integrity. So, hey, that said, it's time. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is the announcement. I know y'all been waiting. It's official. It is official. For the first time ever, the Private Club has officially established a partnership, a strategic partnership with another league, a money league at that, an actual money league, effective immediately. So I'm going to do this in the form of, y'all know we do our trivia questions, right? Here is the trivia question. This is the bonus question before we even get to our icebreakers. Try to guess which league we are now affiliated with. It's going to catch y'all off guard. All right. Is it A, HPL, B, KLA, C, FBA, or D, AMCA, right? The Alabama Memphis Connection Association. Who is the money league that we're officially partnering with? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Y'all go ahead and put your answers in the chat right now. Go and put them in there. Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Who is it? And the answer is, bam, bro. The KLA is in the building, man. It's in the building. So listen, let me go ahead and introduce two stellar individuals, bro. Like stellar individuals. I've had just been blessed with the opportunity, Casual and I, to kind of interact with their staff, their president, and they're the special guests on the show, right? They're special guests on the show. So first, let me just start off with Q, man. Let me just talk real quick about him, and then I'm just gonna give the floor to him. So Q is young from California, and he has a vision. He has this overall vision, which I'm gonna let him talk about with Too True, right? Some of y'all might be already familiar with it, but Too True and what they are envisioning supporting men's mental health and wellness is something you just got to hear him speak about it. You got to hear him. You got to listen to the context, the history behind it, the vision. You just got to hear him speak about it. And here I'm getting ready to bring him on. But I will tell y'all that this partnership is probably the best thing that could have happened, right? And he might even agree, but both ways, man, both ways. When I told y'all help is on the way, they've already volunteered. We got 2 people from their league, from their commissioners committee board, right? Their board that are going to come on and help us with some of the tasks that we got. That's part of the partnership, right? Y'all know we got a lot of really cool products, like the way we do the stats, the way we do our podcast, that we're also going to share with them to help enhance their league, because that's what a strategic partnership looks like, right? That's what it looks like when two leagues are helping each other. Let me make you this promise before I bring them on. So first, moving forward, right? It is official. Moving forward, the Private Club will never endorse or affiliate itself with any other money league other than the KLA. That is a promise. It's a contractual promise. I already put my signature on it, right? This is the only league that we are going to endorse and affiliate ourselves with. And they've made the same promise to us. We're the only free league that they're going to endorse in partnership. And that matters, right? That relationship matters. So you don't have to be ashamed, like, oh, we want to compete in the money league too. Where should we go? I'm telling you where you should go. You should go to our money league, right? Like, go ahead and sign up, be a free agent, compete in the combat and all that. And Smitty's going to talk about that. So, hey, with no further ado, Q, go ahead, come on, bring that mic on, right? Turn that camera on. Talk to us, Q. Let us know, man. Talk to us about your vision, man. Let's go.
How you doing? Can you see me?
Yep. See you. I see you.
Hey, man, good to be here. I can't express it enough. So man, this is crazy. Never did I imagine when I have an opportunity to talk. It's been a while. I was just talking to the wrong people. So Too True really originally started with me and my nephews. We were just playing. My name was I Am Too True Q, and they wanted to join. So I was I Am King Zay and I Am Dude, and it started off like that, and then we started gaining people, and I just changed my name to Too True, man. I changed it to, I started seeing the impact that we had. We were attracting a lot of kids, and they were calling me uncle. And I just seen how toxic the community was, the culture that it is with the music, with everybody just wants to be something that they're not. The community is crazy because they're like that in the real world. They try to portray something they're not. They try to, be tough and just it's just crazy. And then they get on the game and they really become somebody that they're not. Yeah. And it's mind blowing, So I just wanted to just, be impactful, you know what I mean? Initially it was just create a crew, create a family, where we can motivate each other, where we can support each other, on the court and off the court, and it's been a journey, and just as time went on, I just started seeing potential in it. I started seeing, this gaming world is evolving, getting started. And, I started playing in leagues, and I played in LOA and NDA. And it was an experience, man. I learned a lot. I was a big man. Mind you, I just started playing online in 1920. I'm playing in the league. And it was different, but I seen the hate. I seen the potential. I seen the greatness in people. I seen the greatness that they didn't see in themselves, and I noticed also that these leagues, it was repetitive. Like the same GMs were picking the same people. The same GMs were overlooking the same talent that had, potential. And it was just unfair, like I was around a lot of good people that could have been impactful to myself and impactful to the next, but they were just, toxic. They wanted to be like the other people in the leagues, and talk and downplay people, So yeah, man, I just stuck to my crowd, through it all, we got a lot of hate, Too True was always a community, what I mean? I saw, I recruited people that were dope, and I recruited people that had potential, and you may not have the potential. I saw it, and I try to encourage the guys that were, put in place to be leaders and that were nice to, be impactful, but the community's toxic. They don't want to be associated with a dude with a low win percentage, and not seeing that if you just help him get the right shot and you teach him, some of the stuff that you got, that he just as good, if not doper, and that makes us all stronger. And man, I had my days where I wanted to give up on the gaming community, because it was just toxic. It was fake. What I mean? Like, people get on here and it's like, this is not how life is. You know what I mean?
For sure.
My mom, or talk about just off of that, off of us miscommunicating or misunderstanding ultimately what it is. Not trying to get off track, but so I created my own community. That was my goal, support system, and it was hard because people would say, they're trash, they're not good, some of them are good, but obviously that was, the goal, but they didn't see that. And so I have a lot of plans. I'm involved with some outside stuff. Trying to get into schools and the youth. The youth is my plan. Just to
That's
connect to
awesome.
the motivate the youth, and there's no better way than to connect in the gaming community.
Man, that's awesome. So let me just add to that real quick, but just before we transition, I think it's so all of y'all, for the viewers of the show, y'all have heard Casual and I talk about honor and integrity so much, right? We talk about it in our mission statement. It's on our website. Just carry the way we carry ourselves with honor and integrity, and how the primary mission of the Private Club, right, is to create a safe gaming environment where honor and character matter, right, where it matters. And so while we definitely didn't know this was going to happen this fast, this marriage, and I'm going to call it a marriage, is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Us aligning ourselves with the two true cause, right? The cause, when he talks about, how people change over the course of time, right? Your mental health is affected over the course of time, right? The cause to put together programs to enhance that, not take away from it, is something that we all can get behind, right? We all can get by, which is why this partnership makes so much sense, man. Makes so much sense. So Q, man, hey, listen, we, not just we as a community, we are blessed the fact that you didn't give up, because you had every reason to give up, bro. Like trust me when I tell you, the toxicity that you were referring to earlier, all of us have experienced it. All of us, if you've been in the gaming community long enough, we've all experienced it. But the fact that you're still here, the fact that you have established this brand, right? This your family's brand, and not giving up on the vision to get to this point, we would be remiss if we didn't get behind that cause, like that cause and that vision, bro. So here again, big shout out to you, man. Congratulations. I appreciate you having you on the show, man. Now, that said, because I know we're short on time, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch over to Smitty so that he can talk about the details of the KLA itself. I'm not just kind of hit my camera there. All right, so Smitty, if you go ahead, come online. So Smitty, right, is one of the commissioners of the Kingdoms League Association, and so Smitty, if you wouldn't mind, can you just like kind of describe, right, this money league, right, the Kingdoms League Association, and the format for it? It has, the two different leagues at the same time. But you could just kind of talk us through that so that the members of the Private Club have a solid understanding should they decide, this is something that they want to do and compete in as well.
I just want to start off by saying thank you for having me. It's an honor to be a part of this partnership. Have a great endeavors in our future. But less onto that. But the KLA and the VLA are technically one. Okay, so you have your KLA, your BYOT 8-man roster, right? So then you'll do your draft roster, and then that will be your VLA team. But they're technically intertwined. So like your 8-man from the KLA is, if you don't have your 8-man available, you're able to pull up one of your 5 from the VLA.
Yeah.
So it's very intricate in how we're doing everything, but I did notice a bunch of people were signing up as free agents and into BYOT, so we're gonna have to address that here soon.
Understood. And while you're saying that, let me just add this. And here, I understand that we're short on time, which is fine. I understand a lot of you who are watching right now, you're putting your questions in the chat, and we get that. There are going to be some questions we don't even necessarily have the answer to just yet, but I can promise you, continue to flow the questions out there, right? Because over the course of time, more and more information is going to come. So here again, this is just a general broad overview. So everyone's educated on what, this league that we're now partnered with, officially partnered with, what they look like, how you can sign up, how you can register, right? And so on and so forth. So I'm going to go to the next one. So here again, the V League underneath the KLA, he just talked about it, right? He just talked about how the V League itself has the V League teams are underneath the KLA teams, right? And so I'll tell you right now, I'm one of them. So the AMC Legends is officially, I'm already paid for. I've already registered my team. We have our own team, and I'm gonna be watching the combine as one of the GMs, right? Just kind of get y'all through this process. As I'm watching the combine, I'm gonna be drafting 5 players onto my V League team, onto my V. That's how that's going to work, right? And so, and at any given time, I'll be able to pull from those 5 players to play in the KLA and our KLA games if one of my 8 AMC legends are unavailable, right? That's kind of how that works. So just kind of wanted to, just reiterate that real quick.
Yeah.
Here again, y'all's Cash App. If you kind of want to just talk about where they're going to go in order to pay real quick, if you want to talk about that, Smitty.
Yeah, man, it's all through Cash App. Everything gets sent directly to our president. He handles all the money. But in the Discord, you would take a screenshot of your payment and post it in there's a section, I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's proof of payments or something along those lines.
Yep. Absolutely. So real quick, I'm here again. Smitty, you don't even necessarily have to touch on this. I just kind of wanted to put it out there so that people who are not even watching right now, but maybe will watch this later, they can just kind of get a snippet. If you haven't already seen these flyers, right? And I know a lot of you haven't, right? Because I was very careful. Mm-hmm. Say again, Smitty?
A lot of people haven't. I think I've only sent those 2 GMs.
Okay. So. Oh, okay, got it. Okay. And that's great. And that's great, but yeah, so that's just the GM requirements. So that's the GM checklist. I'll move past that. Here we go. This is actually the one I wanted to emphasize. Not that the one for the GMs. They already have it, and they're good there. League rules, right? Just kind of how it works. So everyone, if you want to screenshot your iPhones or whatever platform you're using, this is probably where you want to go to understand the dynamics of how everything's going to happen in the KLA, right? This right here. So just kind of indoctrinate yourself. Y'all know how we are with rules, right? Y'all know how we are with rules. You just put that, times 10, right? When it comes to the rules and how you need to follow them in a money league. They also have their so here again, KLA courts. We're already in discussions on what this will look like, right? How we're going to put the private club logo and the KLA logo on the courts now, right? Obviously after you hit gold, but just know that's coming. All right, just know that coming. Hey, here are the available teams, right? Here are the available teams that you're if you're a free agent, you're going to get drafted by. The 12 GMs out there, they already know who they are. But the free agents, when y'all register and become a free agent, you go compete in the combine. These are the list of teams that could potentially draft you to play on their V League team. All right. So now let's move on. We're making good time right now. Let's go. We got a whole 20 minutes left to go, so we're making perfect time. And here again, I'm just blessed to have both Smitty and Q to stay with us as guests on the show. While me and Casual kind of run through it. By the way, a big shout out to Casual, man. And more importantly, big shout out to his sister. For those of y'all who don't know, I don't even know if he's comfortable with me sharing this, but man, just congratulations to the whole family. His sister is literally about to give birth to a baby here within the next couple hours. So keep their family in your prayers, kind of uplift them, send out that congratulations and all that love. So let's go ahead and get this icebreaker started so we can go ahead and, let's get week 3. This is the week 3 podcast. Right. So first trivia question. All right. So you have a team that recently dropped from the league, right? So although this team recently dropped from the league, they are the only team to have played with the same 5 players every single game. Right now, most of you, if you're paying attention throughout the season, if you really knew them or if you played against them before, because their team captain used to say it all the time, you know who I'm talking about. Now, the question is, though, don't tell me the name of the team. Tell me what state is that team primarily from, or at least four of the 5 of them. I think there's one person that may not be from there, but what state are they? Are they from Tennessee? A, Tennessee, B, Ohio, C, Texas, D, Kentucky, or E, Louisiana, right? So that's the first. We're going to come back to that trivia question. Trivia question number 2. Who is the only the only team to have a player leading in 2 of our stat categories? So as you all know, we have 8 major stat races, right? For instance, number 1 is the scoring champion. All right, what player scores the most points over the course of a season wins the scoring champion award. Most rebounds in a season, Glass Cleaner of the Year award, right? So there's 8 of those categories total, all the way down to the Mr. Efficient award and the Mr. Green award. The question is, though, there is a team right now who has two players listed right now as front runners as number one in two of the categories. There's only one team out there that has a number one in two of the categories. Who is it? Is it A, the Miami Killers? Is it B, the Area Code Boys? C, Tier 1 Hoopers? D, Form Elite? Or E, Just Be Comp? And then last but not least, this is a good one. This is going to catch y'all off guard. So this is the exact identical question from last week. This question didn't change at all. There's only one player that have 100% field goal percentage with at least 10 or more field goals attempted. What team does this player play for? I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a hint right now, right? I'm going to tell y'all that the answer changed from last week, right? So y'all remember we talked about Benji Get Busy, which is crazy. That whole backstory of him being the front runner for the Mr. Efficient Award, then getting dropped by TU, then getting picked up by, I think it was like Humble Mentality picked him up. That whole scenario was bizarre, right? Because dude can obviously play. So clearly, it might have been something going on there, but you never know. Unless you're talking to him, you never know. But so fast forward to week 3, he actually missed a couple shots. He's no longer 100%. So I'm gonna go ahead and y'all can go ahead and eliminate C. It's not C. It's not TU. So there's your hint. However, someone else who had not scored or at least attempted 10 or more is still 100%. And then this week, week 3, they have attempted 10 or more. So there is another answer now. A different person. You tell me who this person plays for, right? So it's the A, Immortals of Silence, B, Area Code Boys. Skip over C. I already gave y'all that answer. It's not C. Is it D, Vamp Camp, or E, Northside Vibe? All right, now let's talk about the Private Club replacement teams, right? So we've had 3 more teams drop from the league. So I'm letting y'all know right now, these are the official replacement teams. So first of all, Generation of Miracles will be replaced by Las Leyendas. I hope I pronounced that right. Just leave it right there. Las Leyendas, that is the official replacement team. They've already started their week 4 schedule. All right, 2, Elite Brand has officially dropped. They are replaced by Gang RZ. All right, Gang RZ here again. They've already played a couple of games in week 4 as well. And then last but not least, man, it hurts, man. Got to give a real quick tribute to V-Long, Painless, all of y'all, man. This will be the very last episode that we get, to just kind of pay homage and show respect to V-Long and everything that they accomplished from the very beginning, man. And we get it. We respect their decision. They're moving on to next gen, which is fine, right? I mean, that's just in the best interest of their program, and they got to be replaced. But man, will they be missed? Golly, will they be missed, man? I think Painless, he scored. I think he passed the 300-point mark this past week, if I'm not mistaken. So, man, just a big congrats to them and everything that they're gonna do over on Next Gen. All right, but now they're gonna be officially replaced by. Now that said, so not the same as changing their name to Top Legion. They're changing their name because they are one of the teams that's going to compete with us in the KLA, right? That here again, strategic partnerships matter. So we already have teams that are officially a part of the Private Club that have already registered and they're going to be a part of the KLA. That's how fast this partnership is moving and growing, right? All right, let's move forward. So let's go. Let's go into the standings. It is time. Things are heating up. Let's get it. So Legend Conference. Let's start off in the North Division, man. Area Code Boys, y'all are 7-2, man. Listen, I'm telling you, y'all are taking this league by storm. Keep doing your thing. I don't know how y'all doing it. I don't know how y'all doing it. But man, y'all can see things are heating up, man, in this race. Violence, hey, man, y'all, hey, 6-3, man. Father Rand, I know you're gonna get a shout out later. Most of y'all know what's coming with that. But yeah, man, that's what the North look like. Let's look at the South. So we're in the South, man, with TU on top, man. TU on top. Right, they're sitting at 8-1 right now. After week 3 here again, I know they've already played some week 4 games, but they're sitting at 8-1 after the 3rd week. All right, Miami Killers right behind them, bro, right behind them. All right, AMC. That's actually I think that's a typo, if I'm not mistaken. We're not 4-5. We're 3-6. So excuse me for that. I know for a fact we're 3-6. That's a mistake. Don't nobody beat me up over this, right? I got it. I know we're 3-6. We'll change that on the slide. But you have a 3-way tie between us, Vamp Cam, and Break the Code. Oh, I see what happened. Break the Code is 4-5. I know that for a fact. Break the Code is 4. So those two teams just switch. That's all. All right, and then Gang RZ, hey, don't look down on Gang RZ. Y'all know they just inherited Elite Brands record, right? So don't let that 0-9 record fool y'all. They coming for y'all. You feel me? They coming for y'all. So let's go to the Legend Conference. All right, so wait, we just did that. Hold on. Ah, man, I did not realize I messed that up on accident. My bad, y'all. My bad. Hey, so I did not realize this until now, but we were supposed to go to the GOAT conference, and I don't have it on the slide. Hey, man, we're gonna keep it pushing. I'll release the GOAT the GOAT conference standings and records in our Discord immediately after the show. All right, I'll make that y'all that promise. So let's go and get into the actual answers. All right, Private Club. Where is that team from? So the answer, right, is Elite Standard. Elite Standard was who I was talking about, and they are from the state of Kentucky. Right, Kentucky. So the answer was D, Kentucky. For those of y'all who said D in the chat, big ups to you. Y'all already knew, man. Shout out to Lockie. Shout out to Fed. Hey, Fed, listen. Fed gets his own shout out with all the work that he's been putting in on the committee over the last 6 days, bro. Man, I can't say thank you enough. All right, let's move forward. Now it is time for our leaderboard. Here's what y'all been waiting on. All right, so who got the most points after 3 weeks? Most points. It is your boy Painless. He is the only person that has over 300 points, right? That's why I said, man, big shout out to him and his team. Here again, it hurts to lose them, but you got to move on, do what you got to do. But man, congrats, Painless. You left out on a big note, man. Like you were the front runner for the Scoring Champion Award. All right, here's the top 10. So underneath Painless, all right, hey, so Wet is yours for the taking now, bro. You feel me? Like you're at 289. And then Prada under you is at 206. There's so much space between 2 and 3. And you already know you're going to pass Painless because Painless ain't in no more. Hey, man, so literally the Scoring Champion Award is literally yours for the taking, bro. Just keep grinding. Keep grinding. Don't be taking a lot of forfeits, right? If you can help it, don't take a lot of forfeits because that'll kind of hurt you in this race. But yeah, man, a big shout out to Wed and everybody. Hey, listen, y'all know the drill. If you got a teammate who has made the top 10, here's a crazy stat. I got to get this out. I got to say this. There are literally 251 players that have played at least one game in the Private Club so far. I'm going to say that again. 251 players have participated at least one time in a regular season game in the Private Club. What is that? So why does that matter? Why does that particular stat line matter? If you have a teammate that made it into the top 10 in any of these categories, the top 10 out of 251, bro, if y'all not showing y'all teammates love, you wrong, bro. I'm telling y'all, you wrong. Let's go into the next one. All right, so who is the leader now in rebounds? Is it still Coach or is somebody taking out that spot? Let's see. And I told y'all we was going to give him a shout out. Listen, bro, man, I don't want to give it away, but most of y'all already know. Dude recently, like, when they played us, dude went off. I'm going to just keep it at that. Father Rand did his thing, bro. He did his thing, and he is now the front runner for the Glass Cleaner of the Year award, right? So he just passed Coach, and he's shattered. He is like, he's not only did he pass Coach, he's pulling away from him, right? So Coach is at 86. Big Show is also tied at 86, right? You got me. I done fell all the way down to 5. But Father Rand is just pulling away from everybody, like to the point where it's not even remote. It's not even a close race anymore, bro. So. But here again, y'all got a teammate on the top 10. Bro, send that man a text right now. Congratulate him. Top 10 out of 251 ain't nothing to play with, man. Let's go for Dimer of the Year, the assist. Who y'all think it is now? I tell you, it's different than what it was last week. Who is it? Hey, Broski. So in the same way Father Rand is pulling away, the same way Father Rand pulling away for rebounds, bro, K Broski had a game recently. Here again, I don't want to ruin like all the records or whatever, but it's insane. Here's the top 10. Let's look at it. Here's the top 10, man. So Wet, dude, Wet is making the case for MVP. Bro is like top 3 in like multiple categories. Wet from up, he is making a case, man. He's making a case. Just so y'all know, y'all already know, y'all know the drill, right? We got 4 minutes left. We don't have enough time to cover everything, right? So in this next 4 minutes, we're going to go ahead and cover as much as we can. And when we do, then we're going to upload part 2 of this episode because we have so much to cover. And we're going to keep it pushing. All right. So I asked y'all, which is the team that has 2 players listed at number 1? Was it A, Miami Killers, B, Area Code Boys, T, tier 1 hoopers, D formally, or E, just be comp. And the answer is the Miami Killers. The answer is the Miami Killers. All right. So that said, let's look. Steals. I think we just kind of gave it away. So, bam. This kid here has 34 steals in 3 weeks. How? Right? How? But we are grinding in the league right now. Now let's look at the top 10. Right? You see it, y'all see what's going on. Y'all see it, man. Yeah, now this race is obviously a little closer, right? So shout out my point guard is on here too. Showtime. Shout out the show. Benji Get Busy still on here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, one thing I think is crazy. Domination got two different people in the top. That's insane. 2 people in the top 10 for steals on the same team. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Welcome to the private club, bro. We grinding out here, man. Let's go. Blocks. Who is it? So now we have a tie. Let me tell you what's crazy about this tie. They're tied for first place and they play on the same team. How about those apples? Bam. Look at it. The area code boys got 2 people that are currently the front runners for rejector of the year. Think about what that really means. Think about the type of defense you got to be playing in the paint to have 2 people as the front, not just at the top, bro. We're not even talking about just the top 10. They're the front runners, bro. Front runners. That here again, man. So congrats to them. Hey, area code, y'all need to be showing them all type of love today. Like no cap. Let's drive on. Most 3-pointers made. Who y'all think it is? Bingo. So you knew the Miami Killers was gonna have to come back eventually, right? So look, Aso Rose, hey bro, 42 threes made, man. You doing your thing. You were doing your thing with the most 3-pointers made. So you're the front runner for Sniper of the Year, and here we are. You got 42 made. But this one is a tight race. Here again, this is a tight race. We don't really know who's gonna wind up being a Sniper of the Year because this is a little closer than some of them other races, man. So here again, hey, y'all got a teammate who made this list. Y'all know the drill. Show some love. And then last but not least, I told y'all for this last trivia question, it's not C. So who is it? Right? Who does this new player who's the current front runner for Mr. Efficient Award? What team does he play for? And the answer is Vamp Camp, one of our replacement teams. Now, how about that? One of our replacement teams that came in, I think either like week 2 or week 3. I think now they came in week 2, right? They have the Mr. Efficient. Vamp Pluto is still 100% from the field goal, and he shot at least 10 or more. As a matter of fact, he's 11 for 11, right? He's 11 for 11. So he now takes that spot away from Benji Get Busy, and he is the only player in the league right now that has attempted at least 10 or more and still hasn't missed a single shot. All right. But still, a shout out to those who have really high percentages with also really high volume. Like, for instance, Dollar TV from Up and Over, bro, that's crazy. You're 41 for 48. That is insane, right? So the volume matters. 11 for 11 is still